Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Underway with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Leaves it with the running back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Moore will throw. Quarterback extends the play. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. And that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Stewart. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big third down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
The Ducks with the 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. Turning it on. Picks up the first down. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
He really shows you his skills on that last run. And I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now, today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the second level, you're
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Moore to the air. Bringing the heat. Catch in the middle. It's Stewart. Good, solid tackle.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
And the Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Got the quick pass. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Outside the pocket, lets it go. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Moore will throw. Makes the grab. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half. He's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Taking it the other way. The 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Moore to the air. The quick out. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Line getting set on second down. Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's Stewart. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48, and explosive play gets this offense working.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game. Running more, throwing it. The second half, throwing it specifically. I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell it extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Moore will throw. He put some heat on that one down the middle. Touchdown, Oregon! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And he makes the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Singleton. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now 1st down from the 39. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Allard. Going deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guy. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. A quick pass to the left. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Motion from the back. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
These old girders are rocking on 3rd down here at Beaver Stadium. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Stewart. There he goes. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He slings it deep to the left. He's got it. And he will score! Touchdown, Ducks!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? To the air, it's Allen. That's caught. It's Reynolds. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Wants to throw on first down. He's going to let it go. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. The Ducks will boot it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. They keep it on the ground to open the 3rd. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the tight end. They'll go right back to the run. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
And the Nittany Lions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads it left. He put it out there for the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Allard. Quick completion on the out. It's a running room. And finally, a little production in the passing game. That has been sorely lacking in this one.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. 3rd and long. It's a short throw. You've got to be able to rally, make a tackle, and force the punter onto the field. They let him get loose, break some tackles, and with the first, the offense stays on the field.
Under fire. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
The Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got...
He'll take a shot. He's got it. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Love what they did there, putting the big fella in the slot, letting him use his ability to get downfield and create some space and find the soft spot in the zone.
No doubt. You got the big fella in the slot so you get your matchup. You know it's zone coverage. You know you can put it up out there, let him go make a play. That is a recipe for success, finding that matchup and exploiting it.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Looking to throw, it's Allard. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. The extra point here would tie the game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going right to work up top. A little screen to the running back. Breaks the tackle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling past and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. To the air on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Quarterback making adjustments. Moore to the air. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Got a man. It's Hughes. Turning on the Jets. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Takes the handoff. It's Hughes. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Got it in the middle. It's Stewart. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
This conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Moore will throw. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie ball game. You need a stop. What an unbelievable job forcing the interception, creating offensive opportunity for your offense to go out and win this ball game.
First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. They'll leave it with him. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. The Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Grabbed in the middle. It's Pena. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Well, they get a big play right there, and they've got a quarterback now who has been in a lot of two-minute situations. They drill this all the time in practice. He's the leader. He's the guy that can win this game. It's going to come down to him understanding when to clock the ball, how to throw the ball and get it out of bounds to put themselves in a position to win.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Defense playing a bail technique. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Back to throw, it's Allard. Finds nothing downfield, flips it out to his back. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Allen. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And they decide to trot out the kicker. The holder will find a spot at the 38-yard line. That means a 48-yarder and a chance to win it. And the try is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. With the score all time. First play of the first possession of OT. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. First and goal as they try to jump on top here in overtime. He wants to throw it. Looking to the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Moore to the air. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Oregon! And they score first here in overtime.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find him, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. He'll start this drive going to the air. Snagged out of the air. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, what happens is that DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's an easy pitch and catch for the offense.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
Now first down here in the second overtime. The inside handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Allen. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Penn State! That score gives them the lead here in the than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Offense will use a timeout here to make sure everyone is on the same page here in overtime. Second overtime, and they'll have to go for two. Grabs behind the line. It's Pena. They can't convert, and the lead remains at 6, and now they'll have to go on defense.
Penn State 27, Oregon 21.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Moore.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Moore will throw. Catch in the middle, it's Stewart. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
First and goal as they try to answer with a touchdown of their own. Snap in the shotgun. Touchdown, Ducks! They got it in to tie it up here in double overtime, and now the two-pointer will win it. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Second overtime, you have to go for two, and this is for the win. Wants to pass. They are in. Ball game, and that does it in double OT with a two-point conversion. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Leaves it with the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
That's caught. It's Hughes. And they pick up just a few on that completion. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Quickly complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short throw. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. You're going to make it that easy for us.
They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. Makes the grab, past the marker. The Ducks get it past the sticks. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
Pocket breaking down. That throw might have been a little too hot. Haul it in inbounds.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Moore to the air. Punts it out of the air. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncovered.
And the Ducks have enough for the 1st down.
That was a big 1st down for this offense. Like, your defense was just on the field a lot. And so to get a 1st down, to get that clock moving, to get them a little bit of rest, and now getting maybe a little bit of a rhythm offensively, big 1st down for this offense.
The Ducks back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. On the shot. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
And This quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Quarterback may change this route. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Touchdown, Oregon! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. So first down here as they go back to work. Dropping back, it's Carr. They're working that left side. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Irish have always been built on the run, but timely completions are important, like the great Tom Clements back in the day or John Hewart.
Got to be clutch, right? Got to be balanced and got to find those moments where you can thrive. It's always a system, it seems like, at Notre Dame where it's been built around the run game and it's built around physicality, but they got to get that element of balance to really take off and get to that next level.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
On the run, it's Love. Inside the 30. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Notre Dame! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Moore will throw. He's got an open man. And the big gain. They've got it on the 46. It's not just the dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fowle, to Bill Musgrave, or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
The Ducks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
And the Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when you start getting those long yardage situations.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Throws to the tight end. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Sends it back in motion. Snap to the back. Running to the left. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Looking to scramble. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. To throw, it's Carr. Right on the money. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Irish send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
And a really good job focusing on the catch. A lot of people get lost on their feet and trying to stay in bounds, but do a good job catching the football first and then getting that 1 foot they needed in bounds.
The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes it the other way. At the 20. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. What A play by this defense with a pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick. The Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. It's Carr. Got it in the middle. It's Bauman. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Fields. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Pressure coming, and they'll bring him down for the sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. High coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
On fourth down, looking to pass. He's got it, first down and more. Oh, a lot of space. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Notre Dame right back to the line. Back to pass, it's Carr. Dumps it off in the flats. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Irish! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Snatches it on the right. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Keep spinning the bean like that, and you start to believe this kid might have the talent to someday be the third 10,000-yard passer in
No doubt. And you know what Ducks fans love? They love points. They love offense. They love playing fast. That's what they are.
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it.
Touchdown, Ducks! Fit it in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He'll bring it out. It's Price. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Buying some time. Going right and going deep. He's got it. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Big play for the Irish there, reminiscent of a Tim Brown or Rocket Ismail.
Yeah, and I'm glad you used a reference in the last 30 years, Reese. You know, just trying to find playmakers at Notre Dame, and Michael Mayer, obviously, in the recent years was a guy that you could really, really depend on. Trying to find those golden takes, those elite players out wide is something they've been missing over the last several years.
So the final period starts with a second down play. They'll run the option. Quick toss. He's guided out of bounds at the 41-yard line. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
And sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
More to the air. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line.
The defense has got to have a plan for this guy. They knew coming in he was the go-to guy. This is the guy the quarterback was going to be looking for virtually on every big down and distance in this game. So they've got to find ways to try to slow him down.
Looking downfield on first down. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
Backed up now, here's second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Finds his man. It's Moore. He's loose. How about this freshman leading him on the chase and making the big play after the catch? Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. He wants to throw it again. Quarterback moving. He's got it. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on the defense, declined, and the touchdown stands. And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his second catch of the game.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Carr. Quickly to the tight end. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
That is just textbook execution by the receiver on the corner route for that first down. Also, great find by the quarterback.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. The sure hands, it's locked. At the 20, he's got space. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make...
Touchdown, Notre Dame! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Man, what a great job with the execution in a moment where you had to have it. You score the touchdown, you take the lead. There's less than a minute to go in this game. All your defense has to do now is get a stop and you win.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Gets the back moving. Moore will throw. He's taking a deep shot. Makes the catch on the left. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets him up. 1st and 10 from the 36. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And a tremendous way for this defense to finish. The interception as the clock reaches 0. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The give to the back. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Man, I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
Moore to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
There's so many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past at Oregon, but, you know, the quarterback run and the run up the middle and then play-action pass, they keep you guessing a lot, and they make a lot of plays down the field because your eyes are focused.
Fires toward the end zone. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Got some room to run. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Wide open spaces. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness.
There he goes! Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Well, that's a really good-looking physical run. I'll tell you, when you think of Notre Dame football, too, you think of all the great coaches they've had, Ara Parseghian, Knute Rockne, Lou Holtz. Those guys would love what they're seeing right now. 3 yards in a cloud of dust, wearing the defense down, running the football when they know you're going to do it. This is Notre Dame football to a T. Beautiful.
Power football with the run. What a play behind the line. It'll be an 8-yard loss.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They feed him again. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And I think a lot of times when offenses run these counters, you're going to fake one way, right? Pull guys the other direction. If you can get some penetration really quickly, get behind those pullers, you got a chance to get in the backfield just like right there and create a TFO.
This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. That's caught. It's Stewart. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Making side adjustments here. Moore will throw. Wide open downfield. He's loose down the middle. The tag. Touchdown, Oregon. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him. You thought it was noisy when the Duck rolled out on that motorcycle? Decibels through the roof in the House of Loud.
And what a great job getting this crowd going early. This is not one of the biggest crowds in the country, but Allen Stadium is one of the loudest places you will ever be in, and they love their Ducks.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He leaves it with his back. into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Price. Still on his feet at the 35. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field.
Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
Moore to the air. Makes the catch. Spins away. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
This is a very well-executed play, but I love the individual effort by the receiver out in space. He was able to make a guy miss and then advance the football.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Got him. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. From the gun. Give on the inside. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, the inside give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Looking downfield, it's Carr. Rushes on him. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
they come going for it on 4th and long. The aftershocks of that earlier sack still reverberating. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They'll immediately call timeout. That earlier sack really set them back, but they'll still go for it here. On 4th down, going to the air. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident.
Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. will kick it off to get us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. From the shotgun now, here's an inside gift. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line. LSU right back to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. Got him downfield. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Fine play action. Pulls it in. It's Anderson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Now facing a 3rd and long. Defense not showing press coverage. Buys a little time. That's reeled in. It's sharp. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on 1st down. Wants to throw again. Throws to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Hill. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
That's a really nice job holding that pass in. And you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry. They all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field, and that's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can run routes at all 3 levels of the secondary. The defense has to know where he is lined up every single play.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the 1st down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. In the red area, it's Perry. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late, blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back could get some positive yards.
This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down.
Get set. Let's get that touch.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. LSU quick to the line. They're going to run it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And on that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the hole.
Oh, man, he almost picked that one off in the end zone. Instead, it'll be third down. This is turning into a death march for this defense. 13th play of the drive coming. They're going to throw it on third and goal. Touchdown, LSU! They grab the early lead.
You talk about ball control offense. This offense just held the ball for the whole first quarter and then some. Strung a drive together, making the great plays when they needed them. That's a great opening statement from this offense.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Give to the running back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout. And these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Here comes the offense on second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Moore will throw. Release to the back. Good timing on the quick out. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's at the touchdown, Oregon. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he tacks on the extra point. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He's chased out of bounds inside the 15. They'll mark him out at his own 14-yard line. Not much on that kick return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Lost one deep down the right side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
So now it's 2nd and long. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. Throws to the tight end. Makes a connection. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Brown. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Gonna let it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Hey, listen, quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Brown. Inside the 45. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Looking to throw again. Finds his man. It's Perry. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Anderson. And he'll have to check his feelings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
And the Tigers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. On the move, it's Perry. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. LSU lining up 1st and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU!
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a 1-possession lead. There was just a little bit of time left in the first half.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Moore to the air. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Makes the grab. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. And on the interception return, he'll finally be stopped at the 33.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the IN.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And that's just a fantastic job of executing the two-minute type situation by this offense. Something you practice all week long from end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they could get up to the line of scrimmage and get going. And them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the first half, piling onto their lead, that gives them tremendous confidence heading in at halftime.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Moore will throw. Fires to the middle. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference. That pass interference call will give us one more untimed down in the half. He might want another play. To the air on first down. He lets one fly deep. Brings it down on the right side. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. The Tigers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Rifles it down the middle. Hauls it in down the sideline. Finds some room. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Ducks!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
On the move from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at his own 15-yard line, looking for running room. He couldn't find much on that return. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. The run from the shotgun. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. The Tigers moving quickly to the line.
That wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Let's it fly. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield. It's Nussmeier. Going over the top. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Grab behind the line. It's Anderson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
Snagged in the middle. It's Anderson. It's a seam wide open. And he'll be run out of bounds. And these guys are piling up some serious yardage total.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the 2nd half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Got a man. It's Brown. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that cube.
Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Bringing it back. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
How do you not get excited and out of your seat when you see the big boys making the little boys plays? Listen, I know you DBs can do all that running around stuff and catch the football. I can too. I just do it in a sexier, bigger body. Yes, please.
They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Moore to the air. He's got it. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they created a negative play.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Going to try to get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking downfield on first down. Throwing right. A strike downfield. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Oregon! This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And it's good, and we're tied in the fourth quarter. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He calls for the fair catch and makes it deep in his own end, and he might have been better off seeing if that ball would just trickle into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun to give to the back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. LSU right back to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
He's going to take off. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together.
Well, defensively, you've got to have an answer for this athletic quarterback. You've got to do a better job containing him in the pocket, or you've got to have a spy ready to make a play and get a tackle if he decides to get out. But everything went wrong there. Not only did he get the first, but you also let him get out of bounds and stop the clock.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run play action. Looking for a deep man. He's got another one. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Looking for space. It's Perry. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Man, this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Nussmeier. They'll run the screen. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense, getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They've got the screen set up. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. A first down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Man, this game has been awesome. Some back and forth. Now you take the lead late. Nice job by the offense. And now you just need your defense to come through for you. One more time. One stop. Less than a minute remaining. Go out there and finish this thing.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Moore will throw. Looking to the big tight end. He makes a catch. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
And, man, that was an almost opportunity for this defense. You thought he might could get the pick, but I like the way they drop back. They play the pass, they break on the football, and they make sure that the receiver can't make a play.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Got his man downfield. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Offense changing the play. Looking to throw on first down. Keeps looking downfield. Slithers into space. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football.
Going for it all. Into the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown, and we might just have overtime on our hands.
And with that touchdown, you could hear a pin drop in the stadium. The home field crowd taken out of it right away. If they get the extra point, they tie it up. What a momentum-shifting touchdown by the offense. Moore to the air. He makes the grab. The two-point try is good, and they take the lead. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. Got it in the middle. It's sharp. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Wants to go up top on first down. Here's a throw downfield late.
And, man, this is a tough spot to be in as this offense. And the defense is so deep, and you wonder if that's why they threw the ball underneath. But, golly, with the clock where it is, you have to get somewhere down the field to give yourself a chance, an opportunity to maybe be.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And that ball is caught in the back of the end zone. But the officials are signaling incomplete. He was out of bounds. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. on to AT&T Stadium, home of the Cowboys here in Arlington, Texas. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll try the run. Finds a little space. Turning it on! Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physical. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Grabbed in the middle, it's Anderson. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands, right to him, and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback.
Maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Second down, he'll throw it. Quick completion on the out route. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Got it on the outside. It's Casper. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing your end zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down at the 49.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The Ducks have their offense in high gear. Looking for room. It's Hughes. There he goes. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
All brought down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
They're going to run it. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football.
Looking for the time with the extra point. And he added the extra point. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Durham. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. Score time at 7.
First play of the period will be a second down. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the right. It's caught. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger, and that is swagger well earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud. Reese, and be like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end route.
From the gun, running back on the move. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. LSU quick to the line. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. He'll throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Wants to throw on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to throw it. Dances away to buy time. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
On 3rd down, going up top. He's got it! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, Bayou Bengals!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Might be changing the route. To the air on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Hughes. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there getting that first.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's got an open man. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact, so it's okay for him to make catches.
Oh, it's loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Lots of running room. Got room to work. Touchdown, LSU. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Great job by the defense. Ball's thrown, the ball's completed, swarming to the football, knock it out, and then guess what? Be there to scoop it up, run it back to the end zone. Huge play by this defense.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
21, Oregon 7.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Moore will throw. Makes the grab. It's Moore. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Got it in the middle. It's Stewart. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at him. If you do that, then you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick 6. So really good job by the quarterback there, using his eyes to manipulate the defense.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Calls it in, the 1st down and more. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking down the middle. Pulls it in. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. He fires one deep over the middle. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Looking to throw on first down. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Moore to the air. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Man, these windows get tighter down here in the red zone, and those catches are a little bit more contested, more people near you, and it gets a little bit more difficult. But you need your players to step up for your QB and make big plays. I think he's going to look back and say, I should have made that play.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Lost to throw on first down off the play fake. On the run, still looking. Throwing on the run. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive.
Pick off, what a play to set him up. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
And I think there's a difference between aggressiveness and recklessness. You're backed up, man. You're going to take shots right now, force the ball into coverage. The defense makes the pick. And how about this? In scoring position, very little time on the clock. Got a chance to put some points on the board before you go into the half.
Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. And the Tigers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Start the third quarter with the run. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Finds his tight end. Makes the grab all close to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the game.
Moore will throw. Got the quick pass. Ernie on the Jets. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
This is a good example of spacing in the passing game. Get the ball to your receiver quickly and just give him a little bit of space so that he has the ability to turn around and make a guy miss and then go get extra yards.
The Ducks will have it 1st and 10. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hughes. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
The Ducks line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Caught in the backfield, it's Casper. Oh, out of space. Touchdown, Ducks! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do there.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Caught over the middle, it's Sharp. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. LSU right back to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Well, in that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
They had the big play to start the drive, and a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of that one.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in 3rd and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Dumps it to the back. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down.
LSU 21.
Quarterback empties his backfield. Moore to the air. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Getting late, pressure building, huge 3rd down coming up on the road for this. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Trying to take it back. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, 38-yard line. Leaves it with the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Green. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He's loose. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Snagged in the middle. It's Anderson. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. The screen. He's got wheels. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. From the gun, the running back has it. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And that's luxury for this offense to be in right now. They don't have to be in so much of a hurry. They can still run the football, be successful. Great chance right here knocking on the door to take the lead.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Right back to the well. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Timeout call by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Guys, final minute of play, and we are all tied up. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. Moore will throw. The quick out.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. He rifles one deep to the left. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. The pressure was rising. Drama just encapsulating this entire stadium. And the defense comes up with that pick.
Yes, so the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. With the catch, it's Anderson. Still running at the 40. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Starting to feel a little pressure. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Well, it's the fourth quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. We're getting deep in the game, and this is for the lead.
It is a nerve-wracking feeling as a football player when the game comes down to your kicker. And he has to come through, and Palmer, he comes through with flying colors.
And you know in college football, no field goal is automatic. But there's no college kicker situation here. He drills that right through the uprights. And, David, it looks like his team's getting the dub.
They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Moore to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. They'll bring him down as he bulks up those numbers, but not the most important one as they'll come up short in this game. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think, would go along.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers? I think that rhythm you're talking about, Jesse, finding those things that I do well, building on them, and doing more of them.
And with that, the season comes to a close for these two teams. Another bowl game is all wrapped up, and we are finished as well. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, thanking our entire crew and thanking you for being with us for another presentation of EA Sports College Football. We'll see you next season.